can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat, Sleep, Boxing, Repeat.
This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Kyle Smith on his birthday, 20 today.
Big 20, aye, mate, aye. Getting old now.
What better way to celebrate than back in the old stomping ground?
Yep. Back where most of it happened. Back where I won numerous Irish titles with, and what a gym, like.
Very fond memories of this place, I'm assuming.
Plenty. I was here, boxed here 8 or 9 years, so I did, as an amateur, and the memories and the friends you made as well, and the connections with the coaches and all was brilliant.
Going back to do you remember first coming here, or were you too young to remember? Or you kind of remember how that all started?
Yeah, no, I remember when I boxed for Glengormley Amateur Club, which was my local gym, but then we came up here, I was maybe like 8 or 9, and sparred Paddy Mullen and I think Karen McCreevy, and that was my first memories in Holy Trinity, so I was doing a bit of sparring, getting beat up with the lads, so that was my first memories.
Obviously, so much history. You just have to look around the gym and the list of fighters that have been so successful from here, who have come from here. Why do you think that is?
The coaching standards as well, like Mickey Hawkins Senior and obviously Junior as well, but Mickey's been, the experience he has in the game, like he's been an Olympic head coach, and he's been all around the world with boxing. He's probably forgot more about boxing than what people ever know about the game, like, so and then that just gets transferred on to the boxers, and you get, because it is such a good club, you get kids that travel to the gym as well, so they produce a lot of very good boxers from all around the country.
Definitely, and obviously talking a bit about the amateur days there, but we're firmly in the pro game now, about to have your second fight. How have you found that whole transition from the amateurs to the pros?
Yeah, no, it's been different. The training's been sort of similar, so it has, but it's more just slowing everything down a bit. So obviously the amateurs, you only 3 rounds, and it's more like if you get hit a few shots, you're almost chasing them to get them back right away. But in the pro game, it's a bit more slowed down. The pace it suits my style more, I think, so it does. And then even obviously next week here, I'm fighting a 6-rounder, so I think the longer rounds and it's more when the tactical side comes in it, which plays into my hands.
Definitely. And what was if you could pinpoint one reason as to why you were like, right, it's time to turn pro, why was that?
I always sort of looked at it when I was younger. Like I grew up watching Frampton was a big inspiration for me when I was really young. Like, and I was going to all the media workouts and just seeing like what he was doing as a professional, and like the amateur game is brilliant too, and to be at a high level in the amateurs is a brilliant achievement, especially like my dream was when I was a kid to go to Olympic Games, but sort of as I got older it sort of changed a bit. There's money in the professional game as well, so that swayed me a bit as well, but yeah, that's it really, yeah.
We talked about there the transition between amateur and pro. How's that been? I know your first fight was a 4-rounder,
Yep.
Second fight's a 6-rounder, so you're already stepping it up. But to go from 3 rounds to then, I'm assuming you're even training, doing far more rounds in training. How have you found that?
Yeah, no, it's different. It's a different, but it's a different pace. It's a different, like if you're fighting 3 threes, it's almost like a sprint. So it's a very high pace 3 threes, even though it doesn't sound like much. But you're coming out of after a 3rd round, you've had a good workout, like. But the 6 threes, and I've been doing loads of 6 threes sparring wise, and even my last fight which was 4 threes, it didn't necessarily feel too hard on the body or anything. Like, it just felt like a normal 3-round fight, like.
You're training now, obviously, up at Markston with Dan Boyle. How you finding all that and gelling with everybody up there?
Yeah, no, gelling really well. Yeah, it's good atmosphere in the gym. Mark's very good up there as well. He's crazy as ever, but no, I'm only joking. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying the experience.
Absolutely. You're in the gym with there's obviously quite a few young fighters in there. Colin Murphy probably, yep. One of the biggest names now from the gym. You must love training alongside those guys and that kind of camaraderie.
Yeah, I'm coming in to do my session, and Murphy be finishing up his session, and you're coming in and you see him working. He's a workaholic, like, you want to see him. He trains hard, and him and Dan get on really well too, and no, it's good inspiration and good motivation for me as well, because Callum's what 17 now, or he's doing really well, and it's a good push for me as well to be training alongside him as well.
For sure, for sure. I want to talk a bit about your debut at Windsor Park. Kind of a few different questions about it. The event as a whole. We'll come on to your fight in a second, but like the experience as a whole, the fact that you made your debut on such a big show, like what was that all like during, in the lead up to it, on fight week, on fight day? How did you find the whole experience?
Yeah, the whole build up was mental. Like, so it was. I sort of I tried to expect what was going to happen, but even like it was just so professional. Even like just everything about it. Like even the press conference, and you're going behind the stage and all, and they're just well manufactured how the matchroom run their shows, like, and you could see the professionalism from them. But no, the whole experience, and even seeing the other fighters in the card, like Caven and Crocker especially, they were all there as well, and I was the wee young pup fighting on the same card as them. So it was no, I was looking up to all them boys and see what they were doing, and sort of just copying whatever they were doing.
As far as debuts go, like it doesn't really get much bigger in terms of an occasion. So surely, like there was a lot of nerves. Or I know some boxers will say, "Oh, no, I didn't feel nerves," but then some are like, you can use those nerves kind of to your advantage. How did you feel in that sense?
Yeah, no, obviously, like I put pressure on myself to go out and perform, but no, before any fight I get nervous, but it's a good nervous, because you get people that get nervous and then the fold under the pressure. But I like to get, it's, see if I'm not nervous, there's something wrong, because I use them nerves as for alertness and be ready and expect it for anything that could happen. So no, I had a good wee buzz of nerves, so I did. But once I get in the ring, like it's lock-in time. So I'm just focused on him and doing what I do best. So.
What about the ring walk? First pro ring walk, did you enjoy that?
Yeah. So I walked out the Belfast Child, so I did. So I always thought that was would be a good way to start it, and then walked out the but a big hypnotise after. So just to get the crowd going a bit. But there must have been about 100 people there when I was singing. I think half my mates were they were only getting in through the door through the last round or something. So they were half cut getting into shouting and all. But yeah, no, one an event, like.
Absolutely. And how, looking at the actual performance itself now, how do you assess your performance? Obviously, it was a straight 40-36 victory over 4 rounds. How do you assess your performance in the ring?
Yeah, I thought I performed all right. Yeah, it was a good baseline, a good start, because I thought I controlled the fight quite well, and I didn't want to go out and rush my work. And as you see with a lot of, especially young fighters that make their pro debuts, want to go out and they want to show who's boss. They want to go out and then they can get a bit sloppy. And maybe I was trying to just pace the fight well. I was trying to perform well, but I've plenty of work to work on. Like loads of stuff that I knew I could do better, and which I'm working on at the minute.
Absolutely. And then kind of, I can't talk about Windsor Park without talking about the main event, obviously, as well. I remember speaking to you in the build up to the fight, and obviously you were Lewis quite well, so you were rooting for him. And what did you make of that? Well, the fight first and foremost, and like the whole, like the way he did it, because a lot of people were writing Lewis off.
Yeah, I don't think many people thought he could box like that, but no, he punch perfect performance. He paced the fight well. He had the 2 knockdowns, so he didn't have to go out looking for him. And people, I thought it was a close fight, but I give him the fight. Like I thought he won it.
There's been some names thrown about for Lewis as the next fight, just like even people like, obviously talked about the Conor Ben thing, depending on how he goes with Eubank. Even I heard Manny Pacquiao was mentioned. Imagine what if you, as a friend of Lewis's and as a fan, what one would you want to see? Who would you want to see him fight? Maybe not next, but within the next year or so. Do you want to bring Manny Pacquiao to Windsor Park?
Manny Pacquiao would be crazy to fight at Windsor Park, like. But I suppose for Lewis, whoever brings the most money, like that's the main one. But no, if you'd even asked Lewis 10 years ago that when he made his pro debut, if he could fight if he'd be fighting Manny Pacquiao for a world title, that's crazy. Like, but I hope that fight goes ahead. That'll be good.
Definitely. I suppose you can take a load of inspiration, even just on that card, from fighters, you know, from this gym as well, like the likes of Lewis, Kevin. Like you must look at them and like, really look up to them as well.
Oh, big time, yeah. Well, I've looked up to them since I was really young. I remember like watching Crocker in the waterfront years ago as well, fighting when he maybe only had 4 fights under his belt at that time, and then obviously Kevin was still an amateur when I first joined the club, so but I knew of Kevin already from watching him in the amateurs and seeing a few of his knockouts.
We'll go back to you now and look ahead to your fight in Sunday week now, I think it is. Yeah. So, you're top of the bill already, basically, in just your second fight. You must feel pretty cool.
It's in my hometown, so it is. So when I was saying over, Mark was wanting to see was there any places near my house or thing, because I'm from Commonly in North Belfast there, but there's not boxing's not really big up in my area. It's more just football and whatnot. So I think it's more to try and get boxing as well big in my area, because when I was growing up, there's only been really a few of my mates that have boxed in that area. So, but if you were to go to West Belfast, every kid's boxed at the 10 or 12, like.
Yeah, definitely, and it's as I said, it's on a Sunday, something a bit different. You looking forward to that, or I suppose when you fought at Windsor, you were early enough on the card where it was kind of like a Saturday afternoon, but the fact that it's going to be on a Sunday, it's going to be like an afternoon, early evening show. Does that make a difference at all in preparation?
No, it does not make a difference in preparation. I think I'll probably be in the ring about the same time as what I was for Windsor. I think ring walk's probably about 5:15 anyway, so it's not like I'm waiting about half a night to fight. But no, it's a different type of. It's going to be a good atmosphere, like, because I've sold a lot of tickets for my area, like, so I have, and knowing the mill's, let's say, a stone throw from my house, so it is. So it'll be some atmosphere, buzzing for that, like.
No, I'm looking forward to it as well. I'm looking forward to it. I was saying to Michael before, wee Sunday show, can't beat a wee Sunday afternoon show. Yeah. Hopefully Mark puts a dinner on for me as well, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm assuming this obviously is the beginning of November. I'm assuming, well, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming this would be the last fight of the year, or are you hoping to get out again before Christmas?
It's looking likely that it'll probably be my last fight of the year, so it is, but I'll be staying ready as soon after the fight as well, because at this stage of my career I need to be active. I'm getting as much experience as what I can, like, so I am. So I need to activity's key, and if I'm not out before the end of the year, I'll be on the mark trying to get me out before maybe February time, because boxing's not really too busy in January, so it's not. But no, I'll be busting to get back out straight after this one.
Yeah, so not too many Christmas dinners then?
No, not too many turkeys and chocolate Lindors. I love them at Christmas.
Definitely. No, well, look, let's say your next fight after this one is February, early March, whatever it may be next year, what do you want in an ideal world to be the plan for 2026? How many fights do you want? How do you foresee that playing out?
So probably if I could fight 5 times next year, that would be a dream, like, so it would. But no, for next year, no, I'll be just wanting to keep progressing, keep fighting different styles of opponents as well. So I know the opponent's not 100% confirmed yet for the mill, but we want to get different styles of opponents that we can. So we're getting that experience now with variations of fighters. So, like, meanwhile, was sort of come forward from my debut. So I was just boxing him really and just picking him off. And then this guy, hopefully, I think he's maybe going to be on the back foot a bit more. So it's just, and it'll showcase what I can do as well, and because I can come forward as well, and I can box in the back foot. So it's just sort of getting good exposure for myself.
Is that what it's all about then? Like fighting these guys who, albeit maybe journeyman, but different styles. Like one of them's going to bring it to you. You know, you might get people who are a good bit bigger than you, guys who have had. You might be fighting someone who's had hundreds of fights already, you know, by the time and you're on your 3rd or 4th or whatever it may be. So I suppose you can still learn a lot, and that's what it's all about at this stage of your career. Yeah, no,
100%. It's all learning at this stage, so it is, and it's we're just building. We're building the bridge. So we're just getting everything sharpened up.
And we mentioned there at the beginning, you're moving from a 4-rounder to a 6-rounder, just in your second fight. So fair play to that. What are you looking to showcase in terms of your skill set? Is it just kind of a matter of showcasing your skills, putting on a show for your friends and family, everyone that's going to be there? Are you going to try? You know, are you one of those fighters that, you know, wants to go in search of a knockout, get that in? What way are you kind of playing this one out in your mind?
No, so it's obviously it's a longer fight. This one, so it's 6 rounds, so I've more time to break down my opponent and sort of just we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? I can depending on my opponent, I can change sort of how I box and what way the fight's gonna go then. But no, I'll be going out 6 rounder, so it's gonna be my first 6 rounder as a fight. So I'm gonna go in and just do what I do best, and if the stoppage comes, it comes.
So for anyone watching, whether that be online I believe Mark's got a stream secured and stuff on TG4.
Yeah, I think got TG4 and Boxing Social. I think they are streaming it.
Happy days. Well, anyone watching there, and obviously they're in the flesh, whether it be your friends, family, everyone in the crowd, what can they expect to see from Kyle Smith on Sunday, the 2nd of November?
Hopefully a good performance, but no, I've trained hard, so there's no reason why I can't put on a good performance, and yeah, you'll have to watch and see. Kyle,
thank you very much for speaking to ESBR Boxing. Pleasure. Good to be back here in the gym. So yeah, absolutely. And appreciate your time as always, and appreciate Michael opening the gym and everything. So yeah, thanks very much, and I'll catch up with you on fight night.